It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddy S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful, what the hell day is it today?
It's a wonderful Wednesday.
Wonderful Wednesday. And a wonderful Wednesday. I don't know why, because I don't have my wand, right?
You've got your wand. It's a wonderful Wednesday.
Wonderful Wednesday.
You know, just when you think Wednesday can't get any better, when you wake up and you know it's a wonderful Wednesday.
Yes. Okay, you got to watch your speaker button. There you
And
go.
we have the big unveil, which we're going to show you our big
The
unveil.
big unveil.
Two big unveils, and
Two.
then Jermina came in.
That's not two. What is this? It's two. Two is like this.
Two.
There you go.
Then what do you do with the three? What finger goes up?
2 + 1 = 3.
Oh, you got to do two hands.
If you have.
Then you switch your fingers.
You can do anything you want.
Anyway,
Are you going to say hello to our friends in South Florida, LA,
three
New
big
York,
unveils
Chicago?
I can't wait to share with everyone. You do your hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Listen, caring and sharing. You're watching today's program. Please share it out. You see what I got in front of me? You see what I got in front of me. Not in front of her, in front of me. I took these because we have on the set beautiful flowers.
Floral, Blossom Moments Floral. They get better and better.
They really do.
Just
You
when
are-
I think they can't possibly get more beautiful and more fragrant.
You are the Leonardo da Vinci
Yeah,
of floweriness.
Amazing.
really.
Jermina, what smells so delicious in these flowers?
Can I eat it?
Yes.
I think I can eat them. They're beautiful.
Amazingly beautiful. It's the roses?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the roses
Well,
or...
there's another
And there's
smell, though,
orchids.
no?
Right. It doesn't smell like the roses. I don't know what it is. If I stand up, it's going to look really funny. But they smell amazing.
And the funny thing is that they have said for me to clean my area. Let me point that in. Clean my
your
area.
I'm going to clean
So
your area.
yesterday was Monday. No, Monday she takes all her stuff. Remember when Dawn used to have ducks
Yes.
and all sorts of extracurricular activity?
I put them away.
She takes all that stuff. She either puts it away or she dumps it over here to Freddy Dumpland. She dumps all her stuff here. So people are saying, yo, they can't
Yo.
even see you no more, yo. I go, why? I said, because you got stuff piling to the ceiling. So I said,
Hello.
It's like Mikey. It was like yesterday or when they had all the food and I kept putting the food on the plate and I'd go to take a bite and it was gone. And there was more food and it was gone.
that was me.
It was you. That was Monday with the corn pork. Yesterday,
That's right.
the hamburgers.
And I am now on a mission because you keep dumping your stuff on my side.
We're gonna
Now I
clean
have
it up.
Altoids. I have more cowbells. I got stuff. And on your side, you don't even have your ducks no more.
I know. I got a little cluttered with my ducks. They're
Oh,
behind
no,
you
no,
with
no.
Humpty Dumpty.
This is the new modern streamlined duck.
Yes, don't I look so
Dawn,
streamlined?
and dump it on me. So today, she was ready to take the flowers. I know where you were going.
Where are we putting them? No, they're going to go right there.
Oh, that's them. Then you wait. Don't even touch. Don't even look at them.
I don't even know how you could possibly put all of these flowers together. And then I think this one has a berry on it. Or, right, looks like a bead, but I know it's not. I know it has to be a flower bloom.
It's a flower bloom.
Is it?
It's a pompons.
Talk it to your microphone so we can hear what you're
What is
saying.
it?
Pompons.
Sure, it's a pompon.
So this is gonna go pom pom.
It's going to open up and it's going to blossom.
That's right.
Blossom moments.
So-
and these, feel them. They feel like velvet.
Now,
these leaves.
can I tell you what is the name of this leaf?
Which one?
The Christmas
The
leaves.
one that-
Soft one.
Oh,
They
the
feel like velvet.
Dusty something.
Dusty
you know?
something. They feel like velvet.
I'm gonna give
What are
you
these? These are cool too.
The green that hangs from it.
Yeah.
the hanging greens.
Hanging greens.
I remember most of them.
Everyone
They
should
just
have
look
fresh
pretty.
flowers. And you know what, Jermaine? The funny thing is, every woman loves fresh flowers, and Freddie loves them because he put them in
And
front
I'm
of
not a
him.
woman, so every
What
man
did
can love
everyone
fresh
say?
flowers
So
too.
Carrie says, "Oh my gosh, I love fresh flowers," and Dawn says, "I need to call you. We need to get fresh flowers."
Right.
It has totally changed the whole aura of the. You look through this room, and we've got roses over there. We've got bamboo. We've got the lilies from 10 days ago.
Yeah. How long has it
You
been
brought
10
them in.
days?
Monday was a
Last
week.
Yeah.
Did you vitalize those suckers?
Of course.
Revitalize everything.
And
I'll
she-
vitalize
I
you if
haven't
you
been
sit.
vitalized.
I'll vitalize you.
Jamina comes in, she cleans it up, she puts some water in it, she brings us a new bouquet. I have never in my life seen such beautiful flowers. It was from such a beautiful heart. And what you bring to the flowers, and Faith loved her flowers that we
I heard
sent
she was
her.
crying.
She probably was.
It was so beautiful. You know,
Faith lost her
you
mom.
you bring so much healing with your what you do. It's just amazing. I mean, and Leslie said hello to you to come see him again. So I don't know what
all
happened,
of your
but
floral needs, call
say so.
Jermina. Blossom Moments Floral. Her commercial now plays on our 1 o'clock hour, WNN at the radio station. 561-951-6343. You can find her at bmgevents.net and on Facebook at Blossom Moments Floral. Anything you could possibly need. Do you know, we have become like a one-stop shop. For Thanksgiving, I can get flowers, I can get food, I can get it catered, get it all done.
she's only saying that
And
because.
all I have to do is
She doesn't cook.
is go, hello.
Oh, where's the red phone?
I mean, the red phone, the bat phone.
She's only saying that because she got somebody to cook Thanksgiving
Chef
for
is
her.
going to cook
Yes.
Thanksgiving.
Dawn is the master of spinning.
But why shouldn't everyone have the benefits?
Absolutely, but you don't want to cook for Thanksgiving, so you're bringing the chef, which is
Absolutely.
brilliant. I mean, you are just
Is that the
brilliant.
healthy chef?
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Why not?
And she's bringing. She's gonna make you a turkey.
You know, the funny thing is, I said, I only have 9 people. I said, is that too small of a group for you for Thanksgiving? She says, no. I said, I don't even know what you charge. You know what she said? I haven't heard from her in a few days.
So you don't know how much she's charging.
It
you.
really doesn't make a difference.
It's gonna be
Because,
fine.
because here's what happened. It's my parents, my sister and her wife, and a friend and my kids. So my sister says, you know what? Well, I'll bring something. I'll bring the wine. I said, and Mom's going to bring the dessert. And that leaves me to cook everything.
The main meal.
No, thank you. So I picked up the phone. I called Chef.
If you were taller, would you cook?
What does that have to do with
It gives you more. There's more. There's more of you to be able to.
it? No. It's just not a thing I do. I do try to attempt to make floral arrangements. As you know,
You don't even eat.
I tried for a year to put flowers on our set, and
Yes.
they never
Over a
had
year.
ever looked like this or had been fragrant like this. And the vases, oh my gosh. Yeah,
Well-
you have to call Jermina.
I heard that Bobby wants to know why we're not taking flowers to the set, and then I says, "You gotta buy them."
I was thinking the same thing.
This
And I
is what
think
you
the
never
ladies'
told me about.
room
The
should
ladies'
have
room, yeah.
flowers and
We gotta take it. We're gonna go and introduce you to Leslie, so you can talk to Leslie, say hi, and maybe we'll show you the station and everything else. Because we're doing a whole transformation
Oh.
down
Are
there.
you really?
Yeah, WNN is going to be transformed into a TV studio too.
Fantastic. How exciting.
Yep, it's good stuff on the horizon. Now, before I know what you're gonna get. To.
I'm going to let you do it.
No, I'm not doing
This
it.
is your baby.
But before we do, I want to introduce the new intern. You go to camera 3, because we queued it up. And she came in today. Where'd you come from, Philly?
No.
Where are you from?
were away?
You got to hold that.
Mike, I'm from Boynton Beach, so I'm like right
Wow,
around the
you
corner.
came far.
I know, I traversed, I trekked.
She lives upstairs.
I've been living here this entire time and you had no idea, so.
There's a bathroom down in Tampa. You're good. Shower it all.
Yeah, you got to keep going. Now, she is a graduate
Student.
Student still? Did you finish?
No, I'm still going. I'm still doing it. I graduate next fall, so thank God.
Annie, she reminded me a lot of you when I spoke to her on the phone yesterday. This is Marina. New guy came back. Welcome back. We were really missing you, Jacob.
Where's your microphone, Jacob?
Freddie needed some balance here because, as you see, it's dawn, 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 and dawn.
And too many dawns.
Many dawns.
Is there any nighttime in this set? I'm glad you're here, though, by the way.
I'm glad to be here.
Is his mic on? Is A6 or A5 on? 5? Okay. But I wanted her to get a feel for what we do. And the craziness is all the time. So I don't know if you heard, on Friday, the interns are going to be doing their own podcast at 11. 11, right?
I think you made the announcement and Annie had left yesterday. So Annie, Friday is on because Conscious Co-op has been canceled.
And this is your idea.
So because this is your idea, this is coming to fruition, you have 48 hours to put your podcast together.
So you got 48 hours. Everybody has to be included.
Bring mom and dad.
Sounds great.
Bring them.
No pressure.
And Dawn and I are going to be doing the production for it.
You're going to run the board.
We're doing the boards, we're doing the cameras and the lights. So you
So
guys,
you can abuse them then.
you guys are going to be in charge. The only thing I ask you not to do is to make fun of us. Because we did this once before, and we couldn't air it. Remember that?
Yes, I
it
do
was
remember
it was
that.
really
Oh,
got,
that wasn't good.
got a little tough. They got a little carried away.
Oh.
But you guys will be on 11 to 11:30, and you guys can tune in and watch and check it out. And we want to see what you're made of. All right, and we need a little male influence. I'm glad you're here.
And new guy will be here, and I'm really excited.
All right,
So we
that's
have a few
2.
reveals to do today.
Oh, we do.
So that'll be Friday from
do
11
you-
to 12. We've
what do
got
you- what
going
do
to be a podcast of our interns. Annie had a great idea about talking about what they've learned. She says they get a free education here.
Well, we're gonna find out
You
what
get
she
free
has
education
to
a
say.
lot of places. So
We
let's see.
do. You guys bring so many healthy stuff in here that it's amazing to learn. Not
Did
just,
you eat yesterday?
Not yesterday, because yesterday wasn't vegetarian friendly, but
I didn't know you were
every-
vegetarian.
for like 12, 13 years.
Really? So you like the vegan stuff?
Yes. All that healthy stuff you guys bring in.
Now we spoke to Mike, and by the way, if you call the radio station to get the address, do you have Michael's address?
I'm going to look it up. Burger stop we had here yesterday. So I go to NN last night, and Ken says, Dawn, you got to know Ken, right? Yeah. So I go in, he goes, phones for you, phones for me, I'm not even on air. Someone says, I was listening to your show on the radio, and I need to go to that restaurant. What was the name of the restaurant? I'm like, holy smokes, people listen to us. And you know what Ken says? 1. There
He
you
says
go.
you got 1,
And Duff comes out, and Duff says, 2.
2, and Jody tells me that's why Jody said 3. He said we got 3 people. There you
They're
go.
very funny over there at NN.
But that what's the name of the place?
Burger Stop, BRGR Stop. There's one in Coconut Creek, and now there's a new one in Fort Lauderdale on Sunrise and Federal Highway.
And you know that they want to work with us because they have artists that do all sorts of things.
I'm going to try and go over
movable
there this
pieces.
weekend. I'm going to go spend the weekend with my daughter, and she lives
Oh,
right
she's
there.
right there.
So I'm going to take her out for milkshakes and hamburgers.
And the funny thing is that Big Mike, he's a big guy.
He's a big guy.
I said, send me some pictures of your place to put on the show. So he goes to his phone, he types in my name. He says, you're Freddy Santori? I go, yeah. He says, why are you in my phone?
Are you kidding?
That was true.
Kind of crazy.
So last night he was texting me, come on, tell me, what do I know you
and
from?
Freddie won't tell him.
At one time, I says, Mike, if I have
He'll
to
figure
tell
it
you,
out.
right.
Yeah.
So,
It'll
but I know where I
eventually
know
come
him
to
from.
All
I used to
right,
live down
Annie, you have a request for Friday. Tap dancing.
I will do it.
All right. Tap dancing is on. People are now requesting things from you.
Now remember, you guys have to set up the shot. I'm not doing a damn thing. If you guys don't set up the shot and you don't have it right and the mics and the whole 9, you guys got to tell us what to do, but it's up to you. So if you only get her feet and you or her nose or whatever,
All right, we got to get down to business. You going to do the big reveal?
go ahead.
It's your baby.
Go ahead.
Really? I'm really excited.
You're the one that found this company.
So for all these years that we've been working together, you know, Freddie, it's always about his coffee. And we had coffee, and then we found this amazing company, and they said, yes, we'll private label coffee for you. And they, beautiful bags that said the Brooklyn Cafe. And then Darren says, let us design your own coffee bags. So you can now have your own branded line of Brooklyn Cafe coffee bags.
Gorgeous.
And you know what? He did. They designed it, they sent it, and today we just got 8 cases of organic coffee, beans and ground. And
Wow.
this
Woo! That's
This is the-
gorgeous. Look at the pictures. you
outside of the
guys.
bag, and on the side you can
Oh
see all
my
the pictures of me and
gosh.
Freddie.
Oh.
Both sides, our studio, and on the back, it has our story. We have a story.
Unbelievable.
Now, what's going to happen is we ordered the affiliation posters, the
The
banners.
banners.
They are going to be put in front of different restaurants as seen on and yada, yada, yada. And they don't want us to get rid of the bags. They want us, after the bags and the coffee's used and the beans are taken by the business, they're going to fill them with cotton balls. They're going to seal it, and they're going to put it at the bottom of the banner, which I think is kind of cool.
What a
of
great
the what?
idea.
Of the banner. It's a banner that looks, well, you'll see it.
Oh, okay.
The
Yeah.
banner
It's a
says
bag.
a bag is $7, but
Yes.
for you, Jermina,
Ah,
it would be our gift
We
to
know
you.
we have some we have some connections. Do you
They know people.
do you like it bean or you like it grounded?
Round.
We've got the ground, we've got beans. I'll be bringing in a grinder tomorrow. Our interns are now going to learn how to grind the coffee
Oh,
as well
God.
as make the
Oh,
coffee.
God.
Marina's looking at us like, really? She didn't sign
Do
up for
you
this.
know that the interns have their own brand of making coffee? Millennials make coffee like I've never seen before in my life. They got dirty coffee,
Dirty water coffee.
dirty water coffee. They don't take out the grinds. They just put new grinds in there.
Oh, really?
And they boil it. But I'm gonna tell you,
That's
it's
disgusting.
delicious.
No. Really?
No, it's not. It's just, it's water that's heated. What the hell is so disgusting? It's not like you wipe your
but
nose
you,
in there.
No, but you have grounds from prior and you add more grounds?
Like right
They
now, we
didn't
did a
realize
pot.
They, had to change. They didn't realize they just put more water and it turned it on.
Oh.
It was a
They
little
didn't
weaker.
change it good.
But you know
I
what?
can't imagine everyone's like that.
Syracuse, Sean, who actually branded the name Dirty Water Coffee, she contacted me yesterday and she said she's back at Syracuse and she's writing a paper and she needs to write a paper on entrepreneurs in our field. Would we help her? Could she interview us? She wanted to write
Absolutely.
a paper about us.
Absolutely.
And I think Stephanie is doing a documentary film on us at FAU.
God help
In
them.
the area.
God help them all. They're all gonna
So-
get Fs.
So now they're having a documentary made about us and they're writing articles about entrepreneurship on us.
We sent in the sizzle that was done by the first group of interns, and they shot us down. And it has to be redone.
No, this has to be refined.
No, it has to be redone. Not refined. It's a great piece. I gotta tell you, I'm gonna place it so people can look at it. But
They did a great job. So
they-
Super John is going to
all of
bring
a
the crew
sudden-
back together and work on it.
all of a sudden we've become a comedy show.
It's season, and NatBe's coming up in January.
Yeah, but all of a sudden we're a comedy show.
That's
Marina,
in
have you
Miami,
learned about
right?
NatBe? You haven't learned in communications yet.
No.
You know what nappy is? It's like when you go to sleep, you take a short nap.
No.
It is not. It's for
What's a nappy?
NatBe. It's National Association of Television and Professionals or something. like that.
Professional.
That's in Miami every year,
Yep,
yes?
that's coming up in January. So our sizzle needs to be done by then.
Yes, they want to put it out there and what have you. So I guess they got mad because I made them wait. Talking about waiting. Hmm?
I don't
Who do
know.
we have on the set today?
We have someone who's very. We have someone who's very hungry for lunch on
I
the
know,
set.
I'm so sorry.
But Dawn
Didn't
DeMarco
communicate
came
very
to
well
do
then.
another big reveal, and I love Dawn so much. She has an event that she's going to. Is it New Jersey or New York
Yes,
this weekend?
New Jersey. New Jersey.
Oh, you taking us with you?
You can come.
That isn't taking me
I'm
with
gonna read
you.
my paper so I don't mess it up.
Don't you need your glasses?
That's why I blew it up. Because, yes.
So Madeline came up to us. We were at Sunday. We were at the Boca Museum, and we were covering the Uffizi Society and the restoration, the Adoration of the Magi, which was magnificent.
Incredible.
And Madeline comes up and says, "Can I come on your show on Tuesday and talk about my event?"
Yeah.
And yesterday we had a full jam-packed show. And I said, "Well, Dawn's coming on Wednesday." So she was so excited that you were coming to talk about
Yeah.
what her event.
Sure.
All right, tell us what's going on.
Okay, so it's the Madeline Fedini LeRae Foundation. It's their 10-year anniversary gala and fundraiser. It's going to be on Saturday, October 27th at Maritime Park in Jersey City, New Jersey. And it's from 6 to 11. And I'm going to read her mission statement because I don't remember charity's mission. I worked with a lot of charities. So it says that our mission is to make cancer prevention programs available to the community we serve. Our focus is to grant access to the tests and or screenings necessary to those individuals who may otherwise be denied. Our hope is to enrich the life of every individual in need one at a time. And I should have blown it up a little bit bigger because I was like squinting.
So what does she do? She raises money. That would be, there's a mic
There's a
next
mic
to...
and
There's a mic on the board.
There's a mic and a cell phone next to the board.
See, and I knew that. I've been hanging
See
out
that?
here too much.
They raise money so women can go for free cancer, not free cancer screenings, but so the cancer screenings are paid for.
Right, exactly. I think
And that's
it's
all
amazing.
over the country, or is that just in her
I,
area?
You know what? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if she does it just in New Jersey. I don't know. That's a very good question. I'll ask her and I'll let you guys know.
And Madeline's son owns Banyan Restaurant
Yes.
right here in Delray Beach, and they came on our show once. Joe came on, and that's where I met Joe and Madeline when I went to an event
Right.
for you about 6 months ago.
Right. It was the Friends of Uffizi. We did a very small event for them.
Uffizi's, how your feetsies?
That's what I said. You got two
You got
Uffizi's.
two Uffizi's. You got
Listen.
two Uffizi's.
When are you leaving?
For Friday.
And when are you coming back?
Tuesday, we're going to go into the city. I'm
So you're
very
going to be going for the
excited.
weekend.
Yeah.
They have special stuff going on in New York over the weekend.
Do they?
They always do.
I know. That's true.
That's why it's New York.
Always.
You like New York?
I love New York. I used to live there.
You know, it's cold up there, so make
Yes,
sure
I'm
you
looking
bundle
forward
up.
to it.
It's 28 degrees today.
No, it's not.
What goes on in your mind?
No, it's not. It was 40.
Not
I
at
had-
night. It's 28. You know what? Go in a bikini for all I care. Get pneumonia. I'm
I
trying to
don't
tell
wear a bikini
You
here.
know what I love is I look at Freddie's face and I'm thinking, where's he going with
My
this next
friends are
line of
telling me, they're
thought?
texting me that, oh, she's coming to New York. Tell her it's cold.
Yeah. Oh, I
fine.
plan on it. No, I'm looking forward
I was
to
trying
it.
to give you.
And if you want warm clothes, I have a little boutique in Delray Beach that wants to work with you.
I know, and I
Wants
need
to
to
work with Dawn DeMarco. Biba Boutique. Their little boutique, they used to be right on Atlantic Avenue, right in the middle. They still are. They've moved east, so they're right across now from Seagate Hotel.
Viva la Biba.
Everything is unique. I want to say one of a kind, but they've got, all the
Different
sizes.
sizes.
But
Yeah,
there's
two
like
of a
one
kind.
of each size
Right.
is what it is. So
Two of a kind.
she's going to order. She found a dress that she's going to try and order for me. It's really magnificent. I think
Extra
I bought 4 or
small?
5 dresses. You saw one I
I
had
know,
on
it's
Sunday,
adorable.
and your pieces will look so great
Yeah.
in that
Thank
store.
you.
With Barbara Biba is her name. I'm telling you, if you're looking for a unique piece and you're not want to go to the mall, from petite sizes all the way up to any size you are, so everyone can fit. And when you're not the average cookie cutter size, it's hard to find clothes.
Yeah.
Really is. And I
And
don't know
boutiques
anyone
are
who's
so
a cookie
much
cutter.
better, right? Because you go to the big stores.
Better than what? The boxes?
Better
Well,
than the
it's-
mall or big
because
box,
everybody
yeah.
has the same designers, and it's like, what?
What do you do?
Sorry.
What do you do when you go to a situation, a banquet or something, and you walk in and you're
The same
looking,
dress that happened to me.
and you're looking like Raquel Welch, and all of a sudden
I hate that.
that lady has the same dresses.
That happened to me. That happened to me in February.
What do you
at
do?
Food for the Poor Gala. I looked at her. I go, great dress. I mean, what are you gonna do?
That's
you gotta
never
embrace
happened
it.
to me. As a matter of fact, one of your friends is joining us on Monday,
Yes.
Michelle.
Michelle.
She said, wow, that you don't even know. I left NN yesterday, and Dawn had sent me an email from this woman, Michelle, who was Miss Universe. And she
You
does,
guys know Miss Fort Lauderdale.
all right?
I know Miss
She
Universe.
was Miss Universe. Her name is Michelle, and Michelle Bailey, I think.
Michelle McLean Bailey. Yeah.
And she's coming on our show Monday, and she is a speaker on, you're never going to guess what,
Where the hell do I know Michelle Bailey from?
women empowerment, finding your voice, why pageants
I know
are
Michelle
good.
Bailey from
Well,
somewhere. Yeah, from somewhere. I didn't know her as the Miss Universe,
Yeah,
but I know
she's
her
a
from
former
somewhere.
Miss
So
Universe.
she's joining us on Monday, and I'm really excited because you know who else is going to be here Monday?
Mr. America.
Sandra and her United Women's Professional Group.
Jeez Louise.
So,
Can you be here
guys,
Monday?
Can you be here Monday? Freddie
You
needs
can?
some extra testosterone.
Jeez. This is going to be so scary.
I think we take out your crown,
Yes.
and
For Miss Universe, that would be a
she
riot.
has a better crown, I'm sure.
just saying.
She doesn't wear her crown.
You know, we had the
No,
Miss
I know.
America
But it'll be
pageant
fine.
organization on. We have never had the Miss Universe. It's a whole nother organization. It's
We
a
are getting
whole nother
closer and
platform.
closer to Pluto. Just saying.
I'm on Pluto. It's our own.
All right,
island.
listen. One of our dear friends and sponsors. You want to read this? Paul Variato has sent a text. Paul, I apologize.
Paul
I forgot
Variato.
all about this.
This Sunday is the Wedding Expo at the Hilton Airport in Palm Beach. Paul is giving away 10, I ran out of fingers, 10 free tickets. So give us a call right here at the studio, 888-994-4995, so we can get the appropriate name, email, cell phone numbers, everything. Random drawings, he says, but 10 free tickets for the bride and her guest for this Sunday. It is October 28th, the Bridal Expo.
And if you are getting married, not divorced, married, and you got to go to this thing, you're going to need a joint savings and checking account. You're going to need to put your money somewhere jointly.
And there might be a bank that we have sitting on our set
This
that
like-
could help you establish
this
those
like-
accounts.
And I happen to know this bank, the board of trustees on this bank happens to be a very good friend of ours. At
You
the
know
radio
what
station.
You know what the amazing thing is when we pull into our parking spots here at the Heart of Delray Gallery and we look out, it says Angel Street because that's right on the building on the opposite side
Across
of
the
this
street,
parking
next
lot.
door, yeah.
And then if I look to my left, it says Paradise Bank. And honestly, a picture of Angel Street and Paradise truly is where we are, where we get to do our show every day and bring our family together around the table with coffee and flowers. And that's always why I park on that side of the parking lot, because I love seeing Angel Street and Paradise right across.
And not for nothing, but
And a little further down is the dollar store. So
But
if
not
you
for-
walk, you're good.
and not for nothing, Angel Street's for sale.
Angel Street is for sale.
But anyway, so
heaven.
so if you're getting married and you do need an account, now I guess you got to qualify to be into Paradise. It isn't a walk-in bank like Citibank. You got to come into this
Well,
place.
tell us what makes Paradise unique.
Well, Paradise.
Well, introduce her first. What the hell's her name?
We've got Carrie
I forgot.
with
It's
us.
been 6 months.
Carrie from Paradise Bank. I don't know Carrie's last name.
Augustino.
Augustino.
Like
Slide.
August.
Slide to the left. Slide to the right. I feel like we should dance.
Augustine, okay, so tell us about Paradise Bank.
So Paradise Bank is a privately held community bank here in South Florida, only in Delray Beach, Boca, and Fort Lauderdale. And we treat our clients like family. So it's a great place to bank if you appreciate the personal relationships and attention to detail and service.
Now, let me tell you something about Paradise Bank. I did a show at Paradise Bank.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did it for
When was
our
that?
mutual friend,
Alan?
Alan Knight.
Alan.
Alan Knight had Night and Day or Day and Night or something
Yeah,
with his
yeah.
former fiance, a show that we did at the bar upstairs on the second
Oh,
floor.
cool.
So we worked out a little bit because, you got a gym. I don't know, is it
Yeah.
the same design as down there?
No, the Delray office is
Little bit
different than Boca.
Okay, the Boca office has weights, it has ice cream parlor,
Oh my
it has a
Seriously?
bar.
Delray has ice cream, but we don't have the bar or the gym.
The bar.
Or
Or
the game room. Right.
So
In a bank?
It's a
in the bank.
Yeah. In
And they
Boca.
have umbrellas,
And-
like beach umbrellas. This is like a country club. So I said to Bobby, I called Bobby, right, station manager at WN. I said, Bobby, I said, can I open an account? He said, how much money you got? I said, does it make a difference? Yeah, I'll make a phone call because they
Do you need
have
a certain amount of income?
Well, you have to have a certain
Well,
background.
we like to see certain parameters.
Yes.
So we just like to know our clients and know about their business. We feel like we're partnering with them, and it's personal.
So the person that runs that particular bank, I went upstairs. I'm making all this noise. I mean, you know me. I'm making all this noise about the bar.
I'm shocked.
So he goes upstairs and he makes me a drink upstairs.
Yeah.
And we do a shoot upstairs. We had cameras, we had everything, and we made it work. And we stayed there till maybe 11 o'clock at night partying. It's the most unbelievable bank you've ever seen. They have ice cream, they got candy. And Alan Knight, who's like 12 years old, he's a grown man, but he acts like he's 12. He's like a
Yes.
big kid.
Yeah.
Like you.
And me and Alan had this deal that
How
we were
did I
doing.
know? You and Alan.
We were doing things at the malls. We were putting shows together at malls. So he had all this stuff. He gives you pens. He gives you bags.
Yeah.
Mississippi sweets.
Yes.
Speaking of bags, we have a new segment coming up.
Yes, we do. But you didn't like that story?
I like that story.
Paradise Bank. What is the address?
And in Boca?
Yours. No,
it's-
not
where
Boca,
you are.
yours.
I can find
Here
you.
in Delray, it's 1351 North Federal Highway.
Now, when you go in there, ask for the missing person who was supposed to be here 6 months ago. Says, I'm coming tomorrow. Tomorrow has not arrived until today. And she got here because she was having lunch with you.
Right?
Dawn DeMarco is one of
It's a
the
very serendipitous.
best,
It really is.
one of the best networkers, right?
I know a lot of
she
people,
she
yeah.
knows a lot of people.
I know a lot of people. Sorry.
And food for the poor also. I need to get in,
Yes.
I need to get in touch
Anne
with
Marie,
her.
she will. Yeah, call her.
Now, I
We have
need.
so many places to put you, Jermaine. There's so many people that need
Yeah.
your
Oh, well,
flowers.
Maybe. Yeah. You never know. Food for the poor. They do a gala in February.
That's what I'm
Oh,
thinking.
nice.
Food for
Now,
the
I
poor.
also
yeah.
wanted to ask you, do you know the lady who had the umbrellas on the beach?
No, I don't.
I
The
do.
umbrellas
She's
on the
friends
beach
with
now.
Dawn Cliff,
Okay,
blind chick.
that's the other
Not-
Dawn.
yeah.
I confused the
That's
Dawn.
the other Dawn.
I need that chick to get here.
Okay.
I need her here with an umbrella. I have some
You want
sand
the
in my
Brooklyn
car.
Cafe.
I'm doing this beach scene. And what I'm going to do with Paradise, I'm going to say, listen, this is mini Paradise. Go across the street. And because now that we have the coffee, one of the ideas is that we're putting a table in every restaurant.
So we should put one at Paradise Bank
We should.
and give them some coffee.
So when you sit at this table, there'll be something about the show and tickets that we have over here. You get all the coffee you want on us.
Nice.
And that way we're going to promote the show.
These
Right?
coffee
Cross
bags
promotion.
are absolutely phenomenal.
And don't throw them away either, because I see what you do. And listen, when you guys make coffee, don't break off the tops. Nice and clean.
Yeah.
Yes, Freddie has his own coffee mug as well.
That was a gift.
You know, people
For
want
Christmas.
actually, they asked us if they could buy some mugs. So
Yes, we're
we
gonna
got
be.
we got a lot of branding.
We
Any
need
of you
a.
guys do branding and
We need
marketing?
we need V-commerce. Do you know that this gentleman looks like a new, younger Lou?
Dr. Spicer.
He looks just like Lou. Look, he even stand. Do
And
you
you
know
know-
Lou? Holy
We're
smokes!
going to talk to Dr. Spicer about water, clean water, and imagine adding Dr. Spicer's water to Jermina's flowers,
Imagine adding his water to my
to
body.
your coffee.
To
When
me.
you hear what he does on our next
I'm a little
hour,
afraid.
you are going to be like, holy smokes.
I may
where
be
have you
running
been?
outta here.
Remember, Are You Ready?
Yes.
He's got the Are You Ready straws.
Does he? Oh, you have those? Okay.
But they're his. It's a whole nother
Whole nother
concept.
bag? Oh, I got a concept for you. It's funny. You see all these storms and everything.
See how excited he gets?
I predicted all of this. I would have made a fortune if somebody would have believed me. Nobody believed me. I have people all over the state of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, New York, all these storms on the East Coast. You've been dealing with them. I wanted to blow it up and get people ready before that, but we'll get into that.
Clean water
later.
revival. Shanique,
All
can we go to
you
commercial break?
Wait a minute. You do commerce, right? You do e-commerce stuff? The answer to that is yes.
Yeah,
Thank
she
you.
wasn't here when you had that conversation. Let's go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, more with Jermina. You're too quiet over there. We need to get you chit-chatting a little bit. And engage. Give us a call, 888-994-4995. You can't go anywhere yet because we haven't revealed anything yet.
We have one more reveal.
One more
Are we
reveal.
going to go lift weights across the street at Paradise?
Yes.
Can we? You
We're
got to
gonna
get
be
by
right back.
I don't
security.
think we're eating today.
No, that's okay.
Do you want to learn how to eat healthy? Do you know that vegan food tastes great? Let me show you how I can make vegan, vegetarian, healthy food taste delicious. For more information, contact Chef Zlicious at 561-629-0593. We've made guest appearances on Fox 29 News, CBS 12, PBS, and more. Let my dishes speak for themselves so that you can enjoy healthy eating again. You can follow me on Twitter at Zainab73 and on Facebook and Instagram at Chef Zlicious. That's ChefZelicious. Let's get healthy again. Woo!
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. Where are we?
We are on the road at, where are we?
We're at Cafe Luna Rosa. Check this out.
Holy smokes.
That is our famous watermelon mimosa.
What is in this?
So we have Smirnoff watermelon vodka, fresh muddled watermelon juice, champagne, and a little club soda. The restaurant has been here since 1993. Started as a gelato store, and in 1997 we became a full-service restaurant. And over the years, Cafe Luna Rosa has definitely become an icon in Delray. And we absolutely love being part of our community. Being across on the beach, it's an amazing thing to look at every single day. And we're very thankful that we're able to have so much success here in the community and give back to our community whenever we can.
Here in the view out on the beach. It is the reason you come to South Florida for vacation. It is the reason the locals stay here in the summer because nothing beats this view. Right on Ocean Avenue, just south of Atlantic, in Delray Beach. Amazing this view.
The website is www.cafelunarosa, 34 South Ocean Boulevard, Delray Beach.
Come on down, check it out. The meatballs, delicious. Have them on set.
Fantastic.
Cheers. Have a great weekend.
Have a great week. We'll see you down there.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
And we're back.
And we're back. And you ready? And 2, 1.
And we're back again.
And we're back.
How many times am I going to be back?
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Are we back?
Jermina, you've gotten way too quiet over there. Tell us what's going on with the floral industry.
Hey, Dawn. Hey, Dawn. We're on the air.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Take it easy.
Oops, sorry.
Don't worry. Lunch
So
can
sorry.
wait. And you know, if you eat lunch at Paradise Bank, they probably serve you filet mignon.
I do have pudding mignon over there that Paula and Melissa brought in. I've got some pudding mignon, which is organic, chocolate avocado
That's
pudding,
lunch?
vegan. I've got cottage cheese in the fridge. There's some slices of pizza.
Oh, well, there you go.
Who needs to cook? You know, Chef Z, the one week she's not here, there's
It's
no
when
food
we
on
need her.
Wednesday.
It's when we need her.
I know, she went away for business. I think she's in South Carolina. Maybe she won the big lotto, the big mega bucks.
Oh, one
South
person
Carolina.
won.
Troy, I'm wondering if it's you, though, because you're the only person I know in South Carolina.
I thought he was in Pennsylvania.
South Carolina. I'm thinking
Hey,
it was
Troy, if you won, because I haven't heard from you, I swear to God, I'm coming to see you.
He said
And
hi.
everybody else,
Okay.
right?
He says hi.
Troy's so funny. He sends all these messages after the show. I said, Troy, show's over. He says, so answer the question. Answer the question. Troy, tomorrow. Funny guy.
Jermina, what is going on? Because what you create here is just so much happiness and joy.
Thank you. Before I forget, November 1st, we are picking a winner, someone, and November 10th, we are going to well, they have to tell us when they will be available so we can deliver Thanksgiving's arrangement for them. Just a free.
How do you draw? How do you
How
get
do we
into
register?
They have to share the page. on
Your page.
Oh, your Facebook page?
Yes.
it? Okay, do we have the information
Okay,
on the
go
page?
on your phone. Go to Facebook, correct?
Blossom Moments Floral.
Blossom Moments Floral. Let's see how we can do this right now.
Share.
Blossom
I don't
Moments
have my phone on
Floral.
me, but I'm going to do that.
All right, we open it up. And how do we share the page?
You
I
say
can like it. How do I
I
share
think
it?
once you
No,
like
you
it, then you
share
can
that
share.
arrangement. That Thanksgiving arrangement.
Oh, we share the same thing. All right, let me
Yeah.
find it. The orange one?
Yes.
Let's see. Or is it? Oh, here's the Thanksgiving. Do you need it? All right. Is this the one with the sunflowers?
No, that's not the one.
Oh, it's not
That-
the right
that's it. You're
You can share
disqualified.
that as well.
one. Is it this orange one?
Yes, that's
All
the
right.
one.
So go to Blossom Moments Floral on Facebook. Blossom Moments Floral. FLORAL. Make sure you get the correct one. Like it. And then if you share it, let's share it to, I'm going to share it to our Brooklyn Cafe page so everyone can find it there.
Oh, great.
And then
I
you can be
share it.
entered to win this free, beautiful arrangement for Thanksgiving. BMGEvents.net, Blossom Moments Floral. You can call her now, 561-951-6343.
Which one is it?
It is,
That.
you go click on the top, click on the Blossom Moments at the top of your page. Here I am teaching my producer how to find Facebook.
No, I'm asking you which flower arrangement.
And then you scroll down, and it's the one that's got all these beautiful orange flowers and the pumpkin in the vase. A little bit further down. Keep
No,
going.
that's not the one.
Keep going. No, not that one. You
You
got it?
got it?
That one.
Yeah, but I got about 400 places I'm going to send this
So
out.
there you go. Freddie's going to share it out. And
Yes.
if we win, Freddie, we have to donate it back because it's not fair.
If we win, we will donate it somewhere.
If we win, we will donate it to
A family in need.
a family in need or a senior
Yes.
center or
Yes.
someone to bring joy to their lives because
Definitely.
you bring us so much joy every week. We need really to pay it forward and share it out.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
This is the arrangement. Blossom
Yes.
Moments Floral, 561-951-6343. Yvonne Haas, I have to thank you. You don't even realize that I found Jermina on social media because of you. Maybe she does realize. She had posted your brochure, this flyer that we have, and liked it. And I thought, well, if Yvonne likes it, it's got to be really good, right? So that is how I ended up calling you that day,
My
just
friend,
randomly.
Tanya Abreu posted it.
And
I
people
wanna say
liked it, and I
thank you
said,
to
I
her
got to
as
call.
well.
So she's truly a gift.
And Steve, New York Sounds, I know you're into the wedding business, and also Paul into the wedding business for arrangements for the wedding, for
Oh,
flowers
that's what I
and
wanted
tables.
to tell you. There's a
She,
couple booths still left on Sunday at the Wedding Expo.
He called me, when was that? I think it was
Last
Thursday.
week.
Thursday or Friday, but I won't be able to make it because I have another event.
All right, Paul, there'll be another one. So keep Jermina
Yeah.
in mind on your next Wedding Expo. Don't forget to give us a call if you want a ticket or two for the Wedding Expo this Sunday. It's at the Hilton Palm Beach Airport. And give us a call here at 994-4995,
And
or
Paul-
Paul will be here tomorrow.
Paul says, let Dawn do it.
I saw that.
Let Dawn do it.
announce it, he says. 561-232-2626.
Let Dawn do it.
cruiseoptics.com. Did you see that text?
Yeah, tomorrow
The
I'm
message
gonna
was, Freddie, can you please have Dawn do this?
let Dawn do it. Not cool, Paulie baby.
Paul will be here tomorrow.
I'm sharing it still.
Thank you.
Are you doing the Pride and Prosecco event?
Private Prosecco.
Pride and Prosecco
Oh.
at the Delray Beach Public Library next Thursday.
Right.
It's a big event.
Get closer to the mic
Pride
so we
and
can hear that.
Prosecco, nice. At the Delray.
Who's doing it? At the library?
Yes, it's put on by the library.
The library has
It's sponsored-
Prosecco?
Oh, they're gonna have Prosecco.
Are you bringing the Prosecco?
I am not bringing Prosecco.
So how do you know about this event?
I'm on the committee for Pride and Prosecco, and Paradise Bank is sponsoring.
I think you should have your own line of Prosecco. It's called Paradise Prosecco.
Paradise Prosecco.
I can make
Like
the-
we have Brooklyn
Like
Cafe
private
coffee.
label, like
I
That's
can
what
make.
I think.
I can make the. I got a label maker.
Yeah.
Katie has it right now. She's labeling.
No problem.
Exactly. Jacob,
a
new guy.
new guy. I want you to find me a bottle of Prosecco in there. We're gonna take the label off and we'll put Paradise Bank on it. And listen, nobody can do
There's a
that.
bottle.
That's it.
But I think that'd be a great branding piece, right? Paradise Prosecco. We've got Brooklyn Cafe coffee. If you come north on Federal Highway, you can stop for Prosecco, come across the street for coffee, then go to Angel Street. You know what? And then Jermina will bring some flowers, and it's like just a little slice of heaven every day is what we get to do.
Now let me tell you. Last week we had Christmas in October, right? Show did tremendous in numbers. Everybody called. It was just ridiculous. And everybody's arguing with me. You can't do that. But everybody was watching.
Right.
So we should do a Paradise Christmas. Right?
She thinks you're funny.
Christmas in Paradise. Yeah.
Why
Our
not?
interns are your best audience.
But why not? We do this, right? And maybe we get some gifts together for people, you know, that need it, like she's doing with the flowers, and we put, maybe we get some kids in here.
I would love that. I'd do some
And some
pretty
gift
jewelry for
baskets.
'em.
Gift
There's so many
baskets and
things
stuff?
we can do. And, you know, Jermina always dresses to match her flowers.
Yeah.
She does. And- oh, she always matches her flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
I do
And
that
what's-
with my accessories.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, but when you
I
walked
just-
in, you like everything matched.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cute.
It's
Yeah,
just
you're-
this intuitive
Thing,
moment.
yeah,
You don't put this whole thing together? No, you just get up and
She's
go?
just a colorful
See me
soul.
this morning.
She
looking
is a
for
colorful
something
soul.
to
I'm
wear.
gonna tell you something. How long did it take you to get ready today? About 7 hours, right? Let me see this and with this and you're like you ever seen a Christmas tree that is decorated beautifully? You must take like forever in the morning. You've been at it for 4 hours.
Don't even ask.
I know.
Don't
I
even
could
ask.
tell. Women, you could tell those that take a little bit extra time and those that just run out the door.
Well, let me tell you how serendipitous today was. I knew Dawn DeMarco was coming.
Seven who?
Serendipitous. And I knew we were doing water, and I did my post. It was kind of bluish, aqua. I had this whole water feel in my head. So I put on these beautiful earrings that I bought
are
from you right here at
beautiful.
Art Walk. And I happened to have a shirt that matched, and Dawn made me another big reveal, this magnificent
Aw,
piece,
this is
right?
so beautiful.
Look at this.
You know, you should have put on a blouse.
So you could see it,
That
I
you
know.
could see it.
But
Yeah.
she just
No,
brought
I
it in
haven't.
today. I didn't realize. She said, you love your statement pieces. You know what I realized? At the other side of 50, if I can't make a statement now, when am I going to do it? Right?
I love that.
On the
Look,
other side of 50, go big or go home.
Right.
Paradise Prosecco.
New guys have Paradise Prosecco over there.
All right, Andy, can you type Paradise Prosecco on that label? And before Carrie leaves, we're going to give her that bottle, please.
Take
I
it
went
to.
to lunch and came back with a
I
bottle
went to
of
lunch and
Prosecco.
came back with a bottle of Prosecco.
I went and I drank my lunch. I drank my lunch, boss.
Where did you go to lunch? I'm like, you wouldn't believe it. Don't ask.
It's like when you come to the cafe, you never know how you're
You
gonna
just
leave.
never know.
It's
Oh my God.
amazing.
Okay, so we have Prosecco, we have coffee. Have you guys been to the chocolate factory?
Yes, we have.
As a matter of fact,
They're
look
coming.
at
This
this.
is awesome.
I've got a magic wand from the chocolate factory.
Awesome.
And I have fairy sticks as well. I ate two
Somebody.
of them. There's one left. We've got Federico here. I ate two of my fairy
yeah,
sticks.
those are cool.
You break this in case of chocolate emergency.
yeah.
And I've had those before. And you get really hungry.
There was
here.
more in here. What happened
I
to
ate
it?
them.
Oh.
I know. It just kind of happens here. But
So
don't
funny.
forget, go on Facebook, Blossom Moments Floral. Find the beautiful orange arrangement that you can now find all over our social media pages, 24 of them. Share it out, like the page, and be entered to win the beautiful arrangement from Jermina and Blossom Moments Floral. Just to add a smile to your face, I'm thinking I need to send some, I don't know, to senior centers. You know, on the high holidays at Temple, after they adorned the bima with everything, on the second day of Rosh Hashanah, they ask everyone to take the flowers and bring them. And every year, my kids and I, we would take
Bring
the
them
arrangements
where?
and we would bring them to the nursing homes. We would bring
Oh.
them to the skilled nursing facilities because everyone should have a little smile, right? We're fortunate enough that we have the means to go out and buy them and bring this beautiful set to us. But you know what? There's a lot of people who just need a smile and a loving touch. So if you have that opportunity, share it out, and we will pay it forward.
Well,
We
that
should
was-
actually do that.
But that was my whole idea about Christmas in October, shoot Christmas in November, Christmas in January,
We need to
February.
squeeze in Hanukkah somewhere along the way.
I told you, you
For
can
my
make
Jewish
it.
cohorts.
Now, Christmas and Hanukkah, there's a word that when you combine them, it's Hanukkah, Christmas. I don't know what it is.
Hanukkah Christmas.
There's a name. There's a word. No, there's a word. Yes, I was what?
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah?
Sounds like an animal.
I didn't tell you to open the prosecco.
Hamanamana.
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 Hamanamana. If you can spell it, you win.
Oh my God.
But I think it'll be fun because you ever notice that people get really nice around the holidays?
Yeah,
Both
they want
Hanukkah
to
and
give.
Christmas. Everybody all of a sudden you go to church in your brain. Everybody wants to give and be that. Well, why can't we do that 12 months a year?
Hello.
Every day. So
I do that.
you get to go
You do.
home.
You're an exception to
that.
the
So
rule.
Carrie gets to go back to work with a bottle of Paradise Prosecco.
Hopefully
We're
she'll
going
Come
to
and
send,
visit her.
We're going to send everyone who's here today with a bag of our new Brooklyn Cafe coffee.
we are.
You can see our story on the back. It's all organic. I'm so excited. Thank you to Darren from Burke Brands that have actually done all of this for us.
beautiful.
The graphic design
And he is
everything.
sending also a coffee cart. I was only kidding, but he put one together. Show me the pictures.
He has been
And
absolutely
they're gonna
such
brand
a
it.
gift.
So on there, we're gonna do what's in your bag. We're gonna set it up somewhere around here. Maybe it's be on top something, and we're gonna have a
Cool.
whole
I'm gonna
branding
miss it.
bar. Branding bar.
It's-
No,
it's
no,
gonna
it's
stay.
it'll
Okay.
stay. It ain't going nowhere.
With
So you
Burke
ask
Brands.
and you receive.
And
You may be the barkeep. Tell us what's in your bag. I need somebody in there, with the glass and the paper and the towel.
Look,
and
I can do cocktails.
we're going to bring Dr. Spicer, and he's going to clean it with some clean water.
we're gonna have clean water there.
I
But
mean,
we're
you
gonna
can
have a
coffee.
branding bar, which will brand product.
Don't forget, call Jermina Blossom Moments Floral 561-951-6343. Wedding Expo is this Sunday. Still give us a call for 2 free tickets. And go over to
We got
Paradise
10
Bank.
free tickets.
Ask for Carrie. We've got 10 free tickets, so 5 of you can get 2. Or
And
10
if,
of you can get
and
1.
if you come over, and if you come over, you get your tickets. We'll send you across the street so you
Quick
can
math
open up.
skills. I'm going to
open
become a
up.
bank teller.
You can open up your joint savings and checking account across the street at Paradise.
Or not joint, or your own.
Paradise.
In
No,
Paradise.
no. I knew you were gonna say. I've been waiting for you to say that.
I held it as long as I could. Or stay tuned. We're
Don't
going to be
listen
back
to
in
her.
2 and 2, 95.3 FM, 1470
That's 4.
AM, and we will be right
Right
back.
back.
Welcome to the Probiotic Protection Zone. The Airbiotic system distributes millions of safe and all-natural environmental probiotics into the air and on surfaces using the latest ultrasonic and nanotechnology. Airbiotics is a movement to save us and the future generations from antibiotic-resistant superbugs. Reduce your risk of allergies, skin infection, colds, and flu. Get rid of deep-seated odors and enter into a protective shield of Airbiotics. Order your Airbiotics personal or environmental system today at airbioticzone.com. AIRBIOTIXZONE.com. Good for use in nursing homes, schools, travel, or daily use. Order yours today. airbioticzone.com.
information and opinions you hear on the Del Walmsley radio show are those of the host, Del Walmsley, his guests, and his callers, and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of this station, its affiliates, its management, or advertisers. The Del Walmsley show is for entertainment purposes only. Please consult a professional regarding your personal investment needs. Nothing presented on the Del Walmsley show constitutes an endorsement, recommendation, offer, or solicitation to buy or sell any product or security.
This is GAB2, GABRadioNetwork.com. 1470 AM and 95.3 FM, the Health and Wealth Radio Network. Get it straight from the expert's mouth on Ask the Experts with host Steve O. Every Thursday at 5 p.m. The Money Talk Radio Network is WSBR Boca Raton, W280DU Boca Raton, and W245BC Lauderdale Lakes.
You can become independently healthy, and I'll tell you how. Dr. Bob Martin here. If you want to feel, function, and perform the very best you can, please tune in and call into my show Sunday mornings at 10 on Talk 1470 WNN.
Have you tried investing in the stock market and haven't done very well? Come into Online Trading Academy. Have your investments lost money and you're frustrated because the only thing your broker says is write it out? Hop in the car and get to Online Trading Academy. Pro investors show you how money is made in up, down, and sideways markets. You'll see the best way to pick stocks, options, futures, and Forex using a patented rules-based strategy taught only at Online Trading Academy. How to find the right investments, how to time the market, how to protect money from risk. For over 20 years, thousands have learned how to invest from home at Online Trading Academy. Come in and see what this school's all about at a free half-day class. They're all over Miami-Dade, Broward, Palm Beach, Stewart, and Port St. Lucie. Seating is limited, so call Online Trading Academy now to win a pair of tickets. 954-668-2510. 954-668-2510. 954-668-2510.
This is Talk 1470. WNN.
Welcome to the Probiotic Protection Zone. The Airbiotic system distributes millions of safe and all-natural environmental probiotics into the air and on surfaces using the latest ultrasonic and nanotechnology. Airbiotics is a movement to save us and the future generations from antibiotic-resistant superbugs. Reduce your risk of allergies, skin infection, colds, and flu. Get rid of deep-seated odors and enter into a protective shield of Airbiotics. Order your Airbiotics personal or environmental system today at airbioticzone.com. AIRBIOTIXZONE.com. Good for use in nursing homes, schools, travel, or daily use. Order yours today. airbioticzone.com.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
Science has confirmed that real health comes from raw, organic, and wild foods. Essentials is a complete program of 5 products to help your body function as nature intended. Premium Ancient Superfood Algae offers energy and stamina. Food-based digestive enzymes help prevent occasional heartburn and may reduce stress from processed foods and heavy metals. Our proprietary probiotics help support immune health, regulate bowels, and eliminate toxins. Improve your mood, mental clarity, focus, faster rejuvenation, and better sleep. Order now at eatessentialsnow.com. Essentials, life-enhancing ingredients in the palm of your hand. eatessentialsnow.com.
pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S.
And video. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, part 2 to our friends in South Florida, LA, San Francisco, New York, Chicago.
I love watching your face when you try to figure out the song.
I can't figure that song out.
I know.
What was that?
That was Elliot Yamin, I'm the Man.
Really?
We do so many women's songs, I thought I would give it pay a little forward to you today, Freddie.
Did you know, new guy, you knew that song?
You did not know.
Did you hear it?
I have to balance it out for you a little bit. Sometimes we go so estrogen heavy on this show, I had to give you a little testosterone.
I'm going to tell you, I'm so estrogen heavy, I feel really
you feel
estrogen.
like you're growing a little
I was
bit,
going to say that, yeah. But I figure you get mad at me. New guy, what are you doing?
He's doing social media.
And what are you doing on social media? Are you talking to anybody?
Someone to comment. I'm waiting for people to be saying stuff.
The problem is that on social media, you have to be controversial.
Why?
Because nobody will comment unless you are. If everybody agrees with you, what are they going to say?
Troy will talk to you. Troy, say hi to Jacob on social media when you get a chance. And let us know if you're the one that won the lottery, the Mega Millions. Is that what it was yesterday?
1.6 billion. And you walk home, if you take the cash, it's $950 million.
I heard one person won, one winning ticket.
That is just outrageous.
One winning ticket.
And if you won, I will show you how to spend your money. Give me a call, 888-565-1470.
You gonna do your welcome?
I did my welcome.
Welcome.
And remember, caring is sharing, so if you're watching today's show, please share it out.
You can find us on Facebook, Periscope, all over social media at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. I know it sounds like someone's coming through the wall. Give us a call, 888-565-1470. We are at the beautiful heart of Delray Gallery, and tonight is actually Grapes in the Vineyard.
Yeah, I heard
They're doing a wine event right here tonight.
You know, I think
Wine for Humanity will be here.
Your friend, what's his name?
Carrie is
Carrie
here.
is upset with me.
Why?
Because he walked in here. I haven't seen Carrie in 3 months. I didn't even recognize him for a second as he cut his hair. So I said, hey, Carrie, what's going on? He says, oh, Wines and Vineyard. I said, Wines and who? Wines and Vineyard. I didn't get the memo.
You don't get the memo. It's Grapes in the Garden. It's tonight at the heart of Delray Gallery. I believe
Is it
it's
an
from
open?
5 until 8. It's an open event. It is a charge. There is a fee for it to pay for the wine. And as Wines for Humanity will be here. We met her at the last event.
I know who she is. I did not know this event was happening tonight.
It's tonight. It's going to be outside. It's a beautiful night outside, right around the pool area. It's
You
going
knew
to be
about
really,
this event?
really nice. It's tonight. You've got your shows tonight.
That's
so
not
you
the
can't
point.
be
Did
here.
you know about the event?
I did.
And you didn't tell me nothing.
As a matter of fact, Michelle was talking to us about it yesterday and said she was going to be here for it tonight.
Michelle was talking to who yesterday?
You and me.
Where?
When we were leaving.
Michelle who?
Michelle from the gallery.
Again, I don't know what the hell she's talking about. I didn't hear nothing about nothing. So he got mad at me, turned around and walked out.
And as a matter of fact, he asked if we wanted to come tonight and share our new coffee bags and our coffee, because there's wine, there's coffee, there's Prosecco at Paradise Bank. There's a lot of things going on right here on Federal Highway.
Well, you didn't announce the coffee bag.
We're going to announce the coffee bags.
But you might as well do it now.
Give us a call, 888-565-1470. We have a great guest.
Jimmy,
We're
let
talking
me-
clean water revival today. And Freddy's
And
going
you know,
to do our
and you
big
know what
review.
goes with coffee?
Clean water.
Clean water. Well, you quit.
Forget the dirty water coffee. We're going to have clean water.
We finally got Don Pablo Coffee Makers to send us our bag of coffee. We got it in bean and in
I
ground.
can't say finally. I'm so grateful for the offer that they have done.
No, but
and
the
created
anticipation
this.
was killing me.
They have our organic coffee. We have it ground and in beans, and we had it in a plain black bag while our bags are being designed. And they did such a phenomenal job on this. They've got our pictures from our remotes on location, our studio, even our little story on the back, and it matches the banner that's going to be hung in all our affiliates around town. So there'll be a banner, all the restaurants that we've now affiliated with, the Corner Porch and Scola Vecchia and the Foxworth Fountain, where we're going to be on Tuesday, live on location for Halloween. 50s style throwback at the Foxworth Fountain. Maybe you want to come and bring some fresh water because we're making some Brooklyn Cafe egg creams with the cherry on top.
And we're selling coffee.
Do we have coffee?
And if you have a business, we have an affiliation program. If you give us a call at
888.
866-224-5422, we'll hook up with you or come on down and we'll hook it up so we can get some coffee
Don't
into
you like
your
that?
store.
So Carrie had asked if we wanted to give out the coffee tonight, but I know you're in production. But come on down, stop in any day. We're here every day, Monday through Friday, at least until 3:30.
That's right.
For a cup of coffee.
For a cup of coffee.
And the beautiful flowers here on our set, again from Jermina from Blossom Moments Floral. You'll hear her commercial during this hour. This woman is truly an angel of florists. She comes twice a week. She brings us new arrangements. The old ones are still here. We get to move them around the gallery. And if you want to be entered into a free drawing for a free Thanksgiving bouquet, go to Facebook, Blossom Moments Floral, Blossom Moments Floral. You can also go to our page to see the beautiful orange arrangement, share it out, and the drawing will be done on November 1st. And if Freddie or I win, it will be donated to a family in need or a senior center or more along the way. How you doing, Dan? Everything
Hey, Dan,
good?
did you see the new coffee bag?
You got to send a bag home. Coffee.
Yeah.
Send some home to your wife. I know you don't drink coffee. We'll send one home to Elise.
You don't
Lisa.
drink coffee? I can make believe it's tea. This is a little more bitter. But finally, it looks really good, this stuff.
We got a lot going on. Tonight is at 5 o'clock, correct? Grapes in the Garden. So
You know,
check it
I
out.
didn't even get the memo about tonight. Nobody told me. And he got mad at me because he says, what do you mean? You should read your email. I get 4,000 emails a day. You could have told me, Carrie. I mean, you could text me that there was an event tonight.
You need some CBD. Where is your CBD, by the way?
It's missing.
You know, Linda always says you get a little hangry.
I didn't text you the flyer?
No.
We didn't get the flyer, but I saw it on Facebook. But it's all good. So come on down tonight. But speaking of beautiful flowers and coffee, you know what you need, Freddie?
He's eating.
You need
I
clean
never
water.
seen Dan eat.
We've got Dr. Spicer with us from Clean Water Revival. And Dan, remember when we started here, you said do not drink the tap water from the sink? If you stay for the segment, you're going to understand why. I have the entire water report for the city of Delray in my hands.
Are you serious?
Yes, I do. Dr. Spicer just gave it to me. And
That could be scary.
yeah, he's going to go over it.
Hey, you know, Doc, I sent in, my son was here and went to Home Depot. They give you the free kit that you can send out to see how your water is. And they send it back, it says everything was acceptable. That doesn't mean it's healthy, though, does it?
Exactly. That's a very good point to start.
Oh,
It's
God, I'm
acceptable.
feeling ill by the minute.
We've got Dr. Roy Spicer from Clean Water Revival, and we were introduced to Dr. Spicer through Chef Z and her husband Tom. He teaches with Tom. I guess you've done some talks with Tom at Hippocrates.
Yes, I lecture there every several weeks. First of all, I love coffee, and I drink about 4 cups a day, usually. I'm very, very particular about how my coffee tastes, and water is a critical part of the taste. Now, if you take water that smells bad or tastes bad and you mix it into your coffee, it's going to affect the taste of the coffee.
Yes.
And that's critical, because I know how aficionados you are for good coffee.
He says it like
So,
you do.
I'm going to give you a challenge. We're going to bring in some filters. We're going to try some filter water, make some coffee, and use your tap water to make some coffee. We'll blind taste test it.
Now, I'm going to tell you,
We'll see if you notice a difference.
but I'm going to tell you something because I'm either going to be depressed after this conversation or I'm going to be very happy.
You're going to be really happy because it's everything you've talked about for
No,
6 months.
yeah, you're right, because I was taught to buy the right kind of water. Now, we have plastic jugs because what we do is we refill them at my house using filters. I won't drink tap water. But, that being said, sometimes the coffee here is a little funky even though I had it in those plastic bottles. So I wanted to ask you, why is that?
Well, it's a good question. Most of the things that are in water, you don't always taste, the bad things.
Right.
Some of the things you do taste. For example, as you look in the report there, they add Clorox to your water, called chlorine, excuse me, it's chlorine.
You just scared me.
But it's really Clorox.
Same difference, right?
And depending on the level that's in the water, you may taste it, you may not. You may
You can
take a hot
smell it,
shower
though.
one day and it smells like Clorox.
Right.
They're adding other things to the water, and sometimes it's more than Clorox, it's chlorine and ammonia, which they call chloramine. So it's a newer chemical. And why the reason they add it is to kill the bacteria, which they have to do. That's required by federal law. So we don't want to drink water and have bacteria and get sick and get gastrointestinal illnesses. So it's important we have potable water, which means it's free of disease-causing bacteria. The problem is the residual chlorine and the chloramine combine with other substances in your main pipes and form byproducts. And these byproducts are what's really harmful to you. They're considered carcinogens by the government, the EPA. So without getting you depressed, you have two sides to the story. You have to have clean water or potable water so you don't have bacteria, so you don't die of some illness. But on the other side, you're drinking the residual contaminants, which are the chloramines and the chlorine and the byproducts.
Right.
So that's what you may taste in your water. It's one of the things, not the only thing. There are a lot of things that are in the waters, and you can read the report if you'd like.
What I'm trying to figure out.
And this is like
report.
a blood test. Well, right here you have all the list of contaminants that were detected. You had a good point there that it meets federal standards, but it doesn't mean it's necessarily healthy or
Well, that's what it
good
says
for you.
here. Nothing has exceeded a violation.
Right. Now,
But that doesn't mean it's healthy.
Correct.
I wrote a paper that was published this year in the Green Med Info called The Myth of Clean Water. This is the myth. So the government set certain standards to allow a certain amount of chemicals or a certain amount of heavy metals. For example, arsenic. Well, back in the 1980s, they allowed 50 parts per billion of arsenic in the water.
But why would you have arsenic?
It's naturally occurring, but it could be from industrial waste. So the thing is now, they found over many years of research that 50 parts was too high. So they lowered it to 10 parts. So the water you were drinking back in the 1980s that was considered allowable or safe is not safe today. That's really junk science to me. What's really safe is zero. When you have 0 parts per arsenic, that's safe.
But
Because
how do you
arsenic-
make it zero, though, Doc? If you have 50, 10, 12, 15, how do you go from that number, whatever it
zero.
is, to zero?
Well, that's what I do.
Seems the only
That's
thing
my
here zero is
expertise.
what?
I knew
Lead.
you did.
The only thing here
That's-
zero is lead.
Well, that's true. Now, if you look at the report, there's a range of contaminants. Some are low, some are high. Depends on the time of year you test. For example, in the summertime, they're going to add more chlorine because you have a warmer climate. There's more bacteria growing. So the levels of chlorine are added to suppress the bacteria. So they have to really keep it down to zero, the bacteria counts. So it'll add disinfection depending on how much bacteria they find. So sometimes you can turn on a shower in the morning, it's fine, you don't smell anything. And in the summer, you may turn it on Monday morning, they just dumped a ton of chlorine in, you may smell it. But you don't always smell it, and it's in the water though at low levels. So a lot of these contaminants are in the water, and they're allowed, they allow 2 or 3 parts of chlorine or chloramine. Lead, they generally don't want over 15 parts, but it should really be 0
Now, when you say part,
parts per billion or parts per million.
but a part, what the hell is a part?
Well, in scientific terms, it's milligrams per liter.
So it's a
It'd be
milligram.
So many milligrams per liter. Now, if you drink 2 liters a day of water or 3 liters a day, which you should be drinking, that could add 10 parts of lead to your body.
Okay, I'm
10
getting
parts
sicker
per
by the
million.
second.
And we work
So
with
this is the problem we have. People today, and I'm dealing with very sick people around the country, and I've been involved in the health field for over 40 years. I was a practitioner. I was originally a biochemist and a bacteriologist. Then I got into chiropractic. I practiced in New York for 30 years, and then I got involved with the medical part of environmental health back in the 1980s, because the area I was practicing on, the North Shore of Long Island, was seeing a lot of really bizarre cancers, brain cancer, liver cancer, and the health department and the hospital system were very concerned. They formed a task force. I became a co-chairman, and we did an investigation around the area, and we found all these toxic waste sites were dumping chemicals into the ground. It was getting back up into drinking water. And now you have thousands of toxic waste sites all over the country, and we're seeing these contaminants that they dumped in the ground 20, 30 years ago, or 40 years ago, it's coming back up into drinking water.
Right, it happened in Flint, Michigan. Erin Brockovich made
That
her
was-
platform on it.
Right, I co-authored a paper with her, as a matter of fact, on the lead issue. And
But if you go further back, you can go, the Bronx had, well, we used to call it the mountain. And somebody dumped nuclear waste in this place. And they cooled the ground down with water. And you see the kids taking baths and everything. It wasn't until all these children started to have brain tumors.
Well, we've had that up in the acreage here. I'm sure
Yes.
they must
Well, I
have
looked
called
at
you
that.
in as
Yeah,
well.
you have what's called disease clusters, or cancer clusters. I call them disease clusters. So there's areas that have higher incidences of certain types of diseases, whether it's cancer, leukemia, brain cancer, a number of things. And the problem is there's always not one factor to pinpoint, but it's a group of factors. But when you have a lot of toxic chemicals in the water, high levels, heavy metals, you're going to have a higher probability. You're going to have some higher incidence of diseases.
Right.
And I see that around the country. It's anecdotal, but they're tying it together with pollution, environmental toxins. I mean, every day we ingest a whole range of toxins. We breathe in bad air. We're eating polluted food, and water is contaminated now. So it's called toxic load. In other words, in environmental medicine, toxic load means everything that's accumulated in your body over your lifetime. Some of them you put in by choice, whether you smoke cigarettes, drink alcohol, take drugs. Some of it is environmental. So it's an accumulation of all these toxins that build up in your body, and eventually they spill over and you get symptoms. It could be a whole array of different disorders. But you're drinking water every day, you're bathing in it, and not only do you get these toxins in your body from drinking, but you get it from showering. For example, these byproducts called trihalomethanes, byproducts of chlorine, are absorbed through your body when you shower.
Oh my gosh, I
of it.
have to introduce him to Daphne because I just had this conversation with Daphne from Health and Vitamin Concept. She says that people who take these long, prolonged showers, and truly I'm one of them, she said we're bringing in all this chlorine into our bodies, even if we're drinking the healthy water. When we take our showers, and the fluoride that's dumped into the water is causing all these autoimmune deficiencies that we're having, and thyroid disease, and diabetes, and it's all coming
You
from
have
the
to
water.
do the Navy shower.
Which is?
2 minutes. You go, you wet, turn it off. Soap, turn it on. Soap off, turn it off. In and out.
But that's exactly what Daphne had said.
You gotta walk
It's
around
all
dirty.
These prolonged showers that we're putting all these toxins into our skin, and no one's even realizing you're not even drinking it, but your body's absorbing it.
But I have another question for you. We're going to go to commercial?
Yeah.
But I got another question. We'll answer this after the commercial set. Housing, the houses that are being made in today's market, have a big influence on the pipes coming off of the mains over the years, the way they deteriorate. And what you're telling me here, what I'm getting is that the chemicals from the house inlet, I mean, you're not going to change the pipes in your house, right? So the mains are one problem, house inlet pipes are another problem, and then you have the old houses that are even a third big
We're going to
problem.
talk about the solutions,
Lot
and I
of
think
stuff.
you have some.
Yes, we
And
do.
We
we've
need to
got
talk
some
about that.
solutions. Give us a
I am
call.
depressed.
888-565-1470. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or CarmenCareLaser.com.
I got a guy. You need a guy? I got a guy. With VCard Global, all your contacts are in the palm of your hand. Never leave home without your business cards or brochures again. VCard is the ultimate marketing tool. No more printing cards or brochures. VCard fits in the palm of your hand and is always with you. VCard is a powerful networking tool that virtually promotes sharing and builds referrals for your business. VCard Global, the virtual business card. Hold your business in the palm of your hand. Contact Jennifer at jenng.vcardinfo.com, the world's most intelligent business card. I got a guy, jenng.vcardinfo.com.
Do you suffer from pain, anxiety, or inflammatory autoimmune disease? Are you ready to feel your best and take responsibility for your own health? At thewellnesslabstore.com, we offer an array of CBD cannabinoid products to help increase immunity, reduce pain, regulate your moods, and improve sleep. CBD works by interacting with a person's endocannabinoid system to keep your body in balance. Visit thewellnesslabstore.com and begin your journey to a life of better health. Safe for all ages and your pets with no psychotropic effects. Contact Contact us today, thewellnesslabstore.com.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddy S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddy S.
And we're back.
And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
I got to tell you something. I am petrified because I was told by somebody that the next world war is not going to be over anything, religion. It's going to be over water. And we're killing each other. We're killing us. You heard that,
You heard
right?
that same thing?
And if New Guy heard it,
Well, it's the potable water. It's clean water, right? You cannot survive without clean water. And you think about
nothing can.
the hurricane, right? Your dad didn't have water, power, electric in Puerto Rico for a year.
He didn't have any water. It was really strange. When we went out to Puerto Rico, we had to find it all over the island to have water.
And then everyone sent pallets of water in plastic containers, of course, and it sat in the heat. A lot of it wasn't even distributed. But there has to be a way to be able to get water. When you're on an island, there is a lot of water to make it potable.
We sent emergency filters down there. A lot of families up here ordered them for their
To
families
Puerto
down
Rico?
in Puerto Rico. And I was watching this for a while, and somebody called me up from Puerto Rico, and they asked me, what is leptospirosis? Well, it's a bacteria that comes from dead animals, basically. And it was in the water there. Now, they didn't have potable water. Some areas where they were in the remote areas didn't get any help for weeks to a month or more.
Months, yeah.
And people were trying to, drink the water from puddles and little ponds, and it was all toxic. So not only did you have all these bacteria in there that are disease-causing, but you had chemicals in the water. There was a toxic waste site there that was flushing out chemicals. And this happens in these kind of disasters. It was a terrible disaster. The infrastructure there was terrible before. The water delivery system was all broken, and they already had problems, but this really compounded it. And without electricity or power, they can't treat the water. Now, this has happened many times. It happened in Houston with Harvey, years ago with Sandy, Hurricane Sandy. I mean, they had billions of gallons of sewage spilling into the Hudson River, and water became, it was like a third world country there. It was like the monsoon season and, the Ganges River. So that's how bad it was. And
Now, I want to ask you, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but there are so many questions I have.
And people are writing in.
Well, we'll get to this in a second. When it storms out like Sandy, right, and all this seawater washes into reservoirs and the ground, and they say don't panic, and they go in to try to clean it, it could take years to get that
Well,
bacteria out of
we
reservoirs.
have thousands of customers and clients in the New York metropolitan area. Brooklyn, Staten Island got hit pretty hard. So all the debris, the broken glass, the sand, dirt got into the main pipes. They're still seeing it coming out. Now, the pipes weren't that good to begin with. They were old mains there, probably 100 years old. They were dirty. But this made it excessively dirty. And you can't drink that kind of water because it'll clog up your body. It's debris.
And they're going to continue to pump that water out because what do? You can't turn the city off.
Right.
Right? You'll have an uprising.
They chlorinated the heck out of the water. So when you're in a disaster situation, water is the crucial element for survival. You can't survive more than a few days without water. So you really need an emergency filter. And I've taken procedures from the military where they go into these remote areas of the world, and you can literally have a few steps that can give you all the water you need from whatever source you have. Now, boiling water is one option you have to kill the bacteria. However, the debris is not eliminated. So if you boil the water for about 3 minutes, put it through a ceramic filter, which we have. We supply these to the Peace Corps all over the world. They use these filters all over the world in really bad water situations. So if you boil the water, we'll put a little bit of chlorine in there let it sit for a half hour. You pour it through the filters, you'll have potable water. So you can have all the water you want in an emergency situation. The problem is people aren't prepared. They don't have the mentality to prepare. They did a study recently, Columbia University. They found that 2/3 of the people are not prepared for any emergency. They're just not.
Nothing.
They
Emergency
don't care.
money, nothing. Because they don't think it's going to happen.
Right. They don't see until there's 6 feet of water in their living room. So this is the problem we see. And what was really heartbreaking is this Hurricane Michael, destroyed the Panhandle. People were in remote areas there. They're still in there. They're looking for them because they can't even find them. They've have no communication. and I don't know how they're going to survive. So if you have the right equipment and you have food and you can make potable water, you can survive for weeks if you really had to. But people aren't prepared. So you really need emergency filters. And you're talking about these emergency bags, these go bags. Everybody should have one, especially in Florida here. Now, hopefully we're out of the hurricane season here on the East Coast. Last year I was out on the West Coast in Naples. I have family out there, and I have a big client out there. I mean, I came there a week after. The trees were down, power was out. There was no potable water. Restaurants were closed for 2 weeks. They didn't have potable water. It's full of bacteria. So this is in a civilized area. I mean, you don't expect this, but it can happen. But on a regular basis, we have to have clean water. And if you have a health issue, you have an immune system deficiency, or you want to be healthy, you cannot put water with toxic substances in your body and continue to be healthy.
And that includes drinking and bathing in it.
Absolutely.
And that's what Daphne had said, and we work with her health and vitamin concepts. And it is the first thing she always says is stop using the 2 big box toothpaste that have fluoride in them. And she said what's happening is there's so much fluoride in our water that everyone is developing these autoimmune diseases. Thyroid disease is so rampant. Hashimoto's. How many women come in here that have thyroid disease? Diabetes.
It's a big growing problem.
Autoimmune disease, what's going on?
Well, I'll give you a piece of information. The fluoride that they use in the dental office is not what they put in the water. So you can talk about sodium fluoride topically, that's one thing. But here's the point. The levels of fluoride that are in the water have changed. Years ago, the EPA, it's still on the books, the EPA allows 4 parts per million of fluoride. Several years ago, the Health and Human Services said it was too much. Why? Because there's many sources of fluoride, and children were getting brown staining on their teeth, which is called dental fluorosis, which is a sign of toxicity. There's too much fluoride. So parents are giving their children fluoridated vitamins.
Right.
The juices have fluoride in it, and they were adding too much fluoride to the water. So now they lowered the level to 0.8 parts per million. That's the Health and Human Services. But it's not the fluoride you get in the dentist. The fluoride they're using is a chemical. It's called fluorosilicic acid. Fluorosilicic acid is very, very toxic, and it's difficult to get out of water. We've developed filters. I design filters. I work with companies. We work with filter material companies. We've developed filters that can get fluoride out. There's very few filters that can get fluoride out, the newer form anyway. So the exposure to fluoride is so toxic. If you go on Fluoride Action Network, if you ever heard of them, you go online, they have 100 studies plus studies on the toxic effects of fluoride. Thyroid is a big one. As a matter of fact, Harvard University took 24 studies and they found that fluoridated water, when pregnant women drink it, children have lower IQs that are born. That's incredible.
Wow.
It's a neurotoxin.
Well, that just gave
Several
me the
points
chills.
lower.
Well, okay, you know.
I mean, that's changing the whole.
It's
really
changing the whole game. But Doc,
dangerous.
then explain to me why it's still being used. Why are we putting the fluoride
That's a
in
good
there?
question.
I mean, why? I mean, is it that big of a difference in money? Is it about money?
Yeah, I think it is. If you go back and look in the history of fluoridation, you know, I look at everything on a risk-reward basis. You know, is it going to give me more reward and less risk, or more risk and less reward? Well, if you look at it, it's a toxic substance. It's incorporated into your teeth. However, the interesting part is as you get older and you're drinking fluoridated water, it displaces calcium from your bones, and it actually increases osteoporosis.
So you need-
That's the opposite effect that you expect.
Well, then you need the medication, right? So then
Well,
we've now enhanced the drug
So,
companies.
In addition to the toxic effects on your thyroid, your brain, your bones,
Wow.
and it's a chemical that's a carcinogen.
It just makes no
There's no
sense.
point in having it. So it doesn't make sense. Like you said, why do they keep
Right.
using it? Well, that's a long story, but apparently it has to do with a lot. It's a waste product for certain industries. They convinced the dental industry that it was good. They did some supposed studies that helped the dental structure, but it really is bad. It's a toxic substance. 70% of the municipal supplies put it in, 30% don't. People have been fighting this. The Fluoride Action Network is an organization that's fighting it. I use filters to get it out.
To get the fluoride out?
Our filters will remove, 2 filters will remove 99% of the fluoride. That's exceptional for most filters.
And all the medications people are flushing down their toilets. The Viagra
Well-
and Cialis, I'm telling Leslie's coming on Friday.
Viagra in your toilet water?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we drink that water?
Well, the Associated
Well,
Press,
it
yes.
ends up coming through your sink, yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Let's
You
not,
take,
let's
you
not
take a
get.
shower in it.
Oh, hold on. Really?
Well, I'm going to surprise you. The Associated Press did a study 4 or 5 years ago. They looked at all the studies now. Pharmaceuticals are not required to be tested. It's not a regulated contaminant. So 4 or 5 years ago, they did a review of all the studies on pharmaceuticals. There's at least 40 different pharmaceuticals in the water supplies in the United States.
Really? Viagra being
including
one of them?
Testosterone, estrogen, heart medication.
Really?
Yes.
I can get all of that by drinking a glass of regular water. And you
aspirin.
hearing this? There's Viagra in the water, baby.
Well,
Watch out now.
it's kind of hit and miss, so I don't think that you use that as a good source.
Well, Leslie, when she does her detoxing, she said people are testing positive. She now has to detox people because of all these medications that are in the water.
You hit the key word, detoxification. Now, this is what I teach at Hippocrates. If you're trying to rid your body of all the accumulated heavy metals and chemicals, how can you do that if you're putting more toxins in your body? You can't. You can't detoxify. So water is a nutrient, like you said. It's a solvent. It dissolves minerals and nutrients, but it also flushes out and detoxifies you and eliminates waste products. So if you look at that water report from Delray, if you're putting that water in your body, you're putting more toxic contaminants in.
Now, if you're using a water filter, like I have water filters in my refrigerator, it tastes a whole lot different before and after. But it's not really changing. It's not made to take out these heavy metals and stuff, is it?
That's correct. That's a very important point.
It's different filters. Your filters are different.
Exactly. Well, you have entry-level filters and you have more sophisticated filters. Here's the thing. Think of it like an umbrella. If you had 10 toxic contaminants in your water, do you want 10 holes or no holes? You want to stop it all.
Right.
You want to block it all. You want to absorb it and eliminate it before you drink it. So you have to go up in the level of filtration technology and have a much more sophisticated system to eliminate these type of contaminants. What your refrigerator filter will do will take out bad taste and odor and a little bit of chlorine. That's about it.
That's about it.
It doesn't remove fluoride.
And they use the chloride. I mean, the black stuff. What is that? The,
Carbon.
Carbon.
Yeah, carbon is a basic absorbent. It's like a sponge. Now, there are levels of carbon. There's different types of carbons. But to really get a significant amount of filtration, you need 2 or 3 filters at the sink first.
At the sink?
Sink. And there's different types of filtration systems. Some people use reverse osmosis. I use it a little bit, not always. But you have to combine that with another filter, usually in the shower if you're in an apartment. So you have a core system of 2 or 3 filters at the sink and a shower filter. That's a core system. But what you really need is a filtration tank on your main pipe to stop all the chemicals, some of the heavy metals, and combine that with a sophisticated sink filter. Then you can eliminate 98, 99%.
Now, we were just talking about this because depending on how old your house is, the water from the main, the pipes coming in from the main.
Well, you could have lead in your house pipes. Any house built prior to 1982 had lead solders. So if you put a filtration tank on your main pipe, you're still going to get lead in your water, your drinking water.
That's right.
So the filters at the sink, all of them, have lead removers. I don't think there's any filter that I've seen that doesn't have a lead remover because of that reason. And that's just one contaminant. So the way you really want to do this, and I'm being a doctor and a biochemist, we look at that water report like a blood test. So I'm looking at the contaminants. You know, if you took a blood test to your doctor, well, this is off, that's off, you got too much of this, too much of that. We have to design a treatment to eliminate those contaminants. And that's what I do.
But where do you put this? I know there's a meter.
On the main water?
On the main, you have a meter that you pay your water.
Here in Florida, it's pretty simple. Either you have a main pipe outside, right outside your house, or it's inside your garage most of the time.
Okay.
So you can cut that pipe, run it through a filtration tank. Think of it like a big oxygen tank. So all the water goes through that tank, and there's several different filter materials. It could be 3 or 4 or 5 different filter materials, depending on what's in your water. So we want to first get all the chemicals out of your water for the whole house. The chlorine, the chloramine, the byproducts, any industrial chemicals. Then we put in other materials that take out heavy metals like lead, because you have children, you're brushing your teeth. Fluoride is hard to get out at the point of entry, so you really have to do that at the sink. But if you eliminate all the chemicals and some of the heavy metals, what's left is removed by the sink filters. So now your sink water, you're rinsing, you're cooking, you're drinking, you connect it to your refrigerator. The refrigerator will also be covered by the main tank. All your other sinks, you're covered. But it has to be enough filtration, the right types of filtration, not just a simple little carbon
And
filter.
how expensive is this,
We're
Doc?
gonna
Because
come back
I
and
got
talk about
5
that.
bathrooms.
And you know what else? Our pets. We're giving our pets tap water.
Yeah, it's a huge problem.
And people treat their pets better than they treat themselves. So if you don't think you're worthy of clean water, think about your dogs and your cats.
Wow.
Well,
And
I'll
that's
tell you this
supposed to be-
anecdotally. pets are like the canary in the coal mine. So if you're feeding them all these chemicals and heavy metals, it will shorten their lifespan. On the other side of it, I know people have animals, they feed organic food, they filter the water, they live
give 'em
longer
bad
than
water.
average.
I have
The
a friend
average
who
breed.
lost 2 dogs
Wow.
because she gave them regular tap water, and she's the one who said to me, "Do not give your dogs or cats regular tap water because of the pollutants in it. And think how much smaller they are,
That's
right?
horrible.
They can't even process it." Let's go to
I feel
commercial break.
horrible,
When we
yeah.
come back, we do have a solution, though. There is hope at the end of this commercial, so stay tuned. Give us a call, 888-565-1470, and we'll be right back.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's A-M-E, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422. What is Debersize? With over 25 years of personal training experience and workout techniques, Deb Varsalone invites you to Debersize. Debersize comes to you from the privacy of your own home or group training facility. Debersize can meet your individual fitness needs, offering one-on-one, non-impact resistance training, post-surgical strengthening, to higher-level boot camp and weight training. Debersize will meet your personal fitness goals at any age. Contact Deb at 561-307-9283. Schedule an initial consultation and get ready for a stronger, healthier you. 561-307-9283.
Do you want to enhance your love life with flowers? Rejuvenate love, life, health with flowers from Blossom Moments? Weekly deliveries to your home, your business, hospital, or even senior centers. Give us a call at 561-951-6343. Blossom Moments could also coordinate your wedding or event. Contact Blossom Moments at bmgevents.net. For all of your floral event needs, large or small, call Blossom Moments. 561-951-6343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddy S at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddy S.
Right now.
And
We're going to get right to it right now. The
all right, let's
solution.
get some solutions.
Everyone's texting in. What the funny thing is, they say, how do we get rid of all
How
of
do we
this
fix
crap?
it? Yeah.
How do we fix it? What are some solutions?
What do we get rid of?
Jojo, you're in Mexico. Yeah, Mexico needs a lot of help.
Jojo,
also.
don't drink the water.
Do not drink the water in Mexico. You know, we say that in Mexico, and people know they get violently ill. It just happens. you have some solutions that we can put in our homes. We even right here at our business, you even have the straws that make it potable.
Right.
So what are some solutions that give out your website and information, because there's always hope in our show?
Well, my first job was a bacteriologist for the New Jersey Department of Health, and I was looking at some samples of people's byproducts that had come back from Mexico. And I was looking under the microscope, and I saw this huge, long thing that was in there. It was much bigger than the bacteria. And I called the supervisor over, and I said, "What is that?" And they looked at, "Oh, that's a traveler." So I said, "Well, what's a traveler?" I said, "Well, when you eat fruits and vegetables in Mexico, drink the water, you come back with a big parasite, it travels home with you. And then over a period of years, it starts eating its way through your body, and eventually it kills you." So that's why I don't go to Mexico.
Don't go to Mexico.
However, Cabo San Lucas had one of the best water filtration systems I've ever seen. I called them up because my wife wanted to go there, and I went down there. They had a treatment plant in the basement, taking water out of the Sea of Cortez, filtering it. Was perfect. It's the best water I ever had. So you can filter any kind of water. The question is, what's the best solution? So there are hundreds of brands of products on the market. If you go on the internet, it drives you crazy. We get this all the time. How does yours compare to this one or that one or this one? So the simple answer is this. We start out at a much higher level of filtration. So we're already taking care of chlorine, chloramine, lead, fluoride, pharmaceuticals, heavy metals, and chemicals. That's our basic system. That's a basic filter system. We start at a much higher level. So it's not a pour-through pitcher, which doesn't do much, or small faucet filter you screw on the end of your faucet.
Right.
They don't really do much. And it doesn't deal with a lot of these really toxic contaminants. Then we get into the more sophisticated filters. Somebody has uranium in the water, radioactivity. We can
Jeez.
deal with it. We have filters to take it out. Arsenic, we have filters for that.
Holy smoke.
So the best way I can tell you to find a solution is, if people are interested, we have information.
What is your website?
Sessions. Our website is www.cwrenviro. That's cwrenviro.com. We have a lot of information on our blog. So the best way you can start this is, you can either look up your water report, just type in your city and look up water quality report. The thing is, you have to know how to read it. But if you get the graph that shows all the contaminants, you'll see what's in your water.
And actually, it does tell you. It gives you the definition of the maximum contaminant level, different levels, what you're looking for, and if it says, you know, really, if there's a 0, you don't want it.
Right.
Anything else, they're saying is acceptable.
So that's what we design our systems for. Most of the time, we use 2 filters at the sink, sometimes 3, depending on how bad the water is. So if you live in an apartment, for example, usually a condo is 2 filters. So we use a ceramic filter. We have a proprietary filter material called Metal Gone. It's on our website, and you have all the test data from it. It'll show you the laboratory test data. We follow NSF standards 4253. That's the gold standard in the industry. So all of our claims are documented by testing. Then when we put the system together, we'll cover all the bases with the contaminants that are in your water. We've tested our systems on top of toxic waste sites. We have people live on Long Island, for example, that live on top of toxic waste sites.
Now, why the hell would you live there?
You probably don't know.
I was living on Long Island for 30 years. It used to be it is still a beautiful place in some parts, but they had all these toxic waste sites. The industries there were just dumping in the ground, and the contaminants got into the drinking water. I was looking at one report, and I'm not going to say where, in Nassau County, had 16 chemicals. It's a beautiful area. It's a high-end area. But because there was a toxic waste site on the water supply, it dumped all these chemicals for years. It got into your drinking water.
And water travels. You don't have to be right on the site, right?
That's
Just
right.
think.
It migrates.
It migrates.
That's
It
why you
floats.
can get a house there for $1.99.
Well, it's a little more than that.
I can only
So-
imagine, though. I mean, think about it. And the other thing is that things change, right? So today it's healthy.
Yep. That's
And
a good,
tomorrow
very good
it's
point.
not.
Well, here's what we do. When you look at this water report, like you said, 5 years from now, generally the levels are going to be higher.
Yeah.
Most of the time. It's a trend. So when we design a system, we allow at least a 25% extra capacity in our filtration tanks. So we give a bigger tank. It's not necessarily needed at this point, but 5 years from now it will be needed because it's a bigger sponge. So we have to prepare for that. And we change the filter materials every 4 or 5 years in the tank. We'll review the water again, see if there's any new contaminants, so we may have to add something different. And this is how you design a system. This is how you get maximum protection. We're trying to get 98, 99% of all the contaminants cleaned out so you don't drink them, you don't bathe in them. That's our goal. And it can be done.
And it's funny because people always want to put their head in the sand, and they don't want to hear about problems. It's easy to say, well, you know, I trust the federal government, I trust this. Your situation in your house can be different
I
than
don't know if
Dawn's.
people trust. It's just easier. It's like it's easier to take a pill than to change your lifestyle.
Yeah, but let's say you're having dinner with your friends, right? And you say, well, my house, it was good. They're going to assume everybody's good. The assumption is that if you're doing okay, I'm going to be okay.
Well, all anyone right now is talking about is the plastic containers that we're
That's
putting the
a
water
big,
in, right?
big problem. Well,
And you don't want it hot. But as you always say, the pallets get shipped on a truck in the heat.
soft plastics contain phthalates and BPA, which are plasticizers. These are hormone disruptors. They're called xenoestrogens, to get technical. Hormone disruptors for a male can increase your prostate cancer risk, for a female breast cancer risk. And there's a lot of these xenoestrogens or hormone disruptors in our environment. Pesticides are another one group. So you want to reduce your exposure to plastics and these soft plastic bottles, soda bottles, take out Chinese containers and hot, especially when you're cooking them. Another thing which I just want to bring out, which is a little side issue, is stainless steel water bottles. Anything made in China, I wouldn't use. And I'll tell you why.
As we're drinking coffee and stainless steel, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if
it's
they're from
hot,
China.
I would not use it. In a glass is fine. If it's a BPA-free plastic, not hot, but you know, if you have a sports bottle with BPA-free plastic, but
Well, what should we be drinking? It just
Glass.
gets more, everything glass.
well, you could have glass where, you know, if it's a sports bottle, you can have a rubber mesh around the outside, put filtered water in. There are sports bottles we have that have filters in them that are BPA-free. You can travel around
Okay,
with them.
but hold on.
have
But
those as
wait a
well?
minute. But wait, where do you get the water to put into these
Well,
BPA free?
we have a filter inside that will take care of the contaminants.
So when you go to the supermarket, you shouldn't buy water.
Well, if it's in a glass bottle, it's usually
Yeah,
better.
but how do you
but it's
know where it
expensive.
came from?
Well, that's a good point. There are some bottled waters out there.
You know, Doc,
There
you're
are
supposed
bottled
to
waters
say,
that
no,
are
Freddy,
NS
it's okay.
No, it says NSF on it. If it says NSF on the bottled water, it's usually better.
We got a label maker. We got a label maker.
NSF stands for?
It's an independent testing
Okay.
agency, and it's used. Our
Hey,
filters
Doc.
are tested to the standards, NSF standards.
Doc,
So-
not for nothing.
We
I
can
got a
get
label maker. I could put NFS
NSF.
on everything.
Can we? But we can get a portable filter for our coffee here.
I'm going to give you a portable filter, and you're going to do a taste test and let me know.
You're gonna come back. Come
We'll-
back
we'll-
one day
we'll
with
test
Chef.
it.
We're gonna test
How long
everything.
does that filter last?
Usually about 500 gallons of water, depending
Oh,
on the
we
water
got a while.
quality. With this water quality, I'd say about 300 gallons.
I got like a migraine coming on.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It is because, you know, there are neat freaks and then there are biochemical neat freakers, right? You want to have the best you can. Like Rowan comes over, I want him
Faith
to have the
would
best.
love Dr. Spicer. Faith Washington.
Everybody I know is that because these are all people in the industry that are looking for the best. But again, your house can determine how bad it is, right? And people taking baths. I'm not talking about drinking it. I'm talking about bathing in it.
Bathing in it, drinking in it, the autoimmune diseases that we talk about every day. We talk about autoimmune disease.
And it's
Your
getting
diabetes.
worse.
Water's a big factor in that.
And it's getting
I'm not saying it's the
worse.
only factor.
It's a huge factor.
There are many other things. It's a complex issue. However, look, if you're drinking chemical water that's loaded with chemicals and heavy metals, it's going to increase your risk of certain diseases. That's a fact. The trihalomethanes are connected with bladder cancer, bowel cancer, fluoride, like you said, with thyroid disorders, dementia now.
I was going to ask you about
lowered
all of
IQ.
How do hospitals handle this, Doc? When they drink,
They don't.
They
They
give
don't.
me
Well,
water
they're-
and shaved ice.
I get calls occasionally to test for certain bacteria in hospitals and facilities they have to test for, like Legionellas. So they're just concerned that there are no bacteria in their water, that'll infect their patients. The quality of water is not an issue to them. It's not.
And then I got a question. In every high school in the world, you ever taste the water in those
the
little
fountain?
Well,
in
the old fountains
Yeah.
used to have lead in it. I
What
think
the
they've
hell
shut
is
a
wrong
lot of
with
those
these
down.
people?
A lot of them have been shut down. They don't use them anymore.
It's horrible.
Right.
The baths, you're bathing newborns, your pets, your children, the bottles. You name it, we're heating up plastic.
Listen, I'm not-
But think
well,
about it, you're
I'm
heating up
gonna
a baby's plastic bottle
Knock
in
out
water.
I don't want no more water. And then
Well,
I
no,
die
you
in a
have
week.
to drink water.
Yeah, I
If
die
you,
in
if
a
you
week.
drink the water through my filters, you're safe.
Let's
I
give out
guarantee
your
it.
information again.
Well, our website is CWRENVIRO. We also have an 800 number, which is 800-444-3563. They can call for information. We'll look at their water report. So anybody wants more information, just call our 800 number, which is 444-3563.
And it's right on our website. CWR is for Clean Water Revival, CWRenviro.com.
You know what
They've
I
got
like to
everything.
set up. Okay, all kidding aside, because this is
This
this
is
is a problem.
serious.
Yeah. What I like to set up, Doc, is maybe we can work some kind of station where people can come in and either get a sample or something so they can reach you, because a lot of people come through here.
Sure, I'd be happy to do
and,
that.
And they'll say, you know, I saw that segment. Like when we were talking to some people and they were actually quoting some of the things that we said, you can't make this stuff up.
Well, when we bring in the coffee bar, truly you have to make coffee with clean water.
Well, we can give you a
right?
gravity filter. We use these, again, worldwide. We use them in emergencies, use them in apartments where you can't hook up to a sink. It's very simple. It's a pour-through type of system, but we put the very sophisticated filters in there, which are ceramic with metal gone. So it'll clear out all the contaminants, and you have all the water you need. You just refill it.
And stomach
Right.
problems, right? Gut problems, all
Well,
of
there's
these.
a lot of issues that are aggravated by chemicals, or if they get a parasite, that's even worse, because if you have a surface water source and you get a case of cryptosporidium, that could be lethal to
I don't know what that is, but Superman didn't like
It's
it
not
either.
good.
Kryptonite.
It's
You say,
kryptonite.
Alzheimer's, dementia,
Yes, I heard about that.
all of it.
It all associates towards water.
Children of brain tumors and clusters.
Now, we know
It's-
somebody who's in Cabo San Luca. Where is JoJo?
Cabo, he said Cabo has clean water. Jojo,
Okay.
you're good.
Yes, but she's not going to only be in Cabo. Now, when she comes, is that stuff contagious?
Not usually. Not usually.
The traveler that she's
It's
gonna
more-
bring
It's a
back,
traveler.
though.
It stays inside of you.
Really?
Usually, yes.
This is just craziness.
It's amazing. It takes it to a whole nother level.
You know, if you
Well,
wanted
I
to
think
scare me
today, you have
today,
to
you
be
did it.
germ conscious. I think that's what I would call it. When I don't travel as much as I used to, but you know,
See,
when
I'm
you go
not
on
crazy.
plane,
I don't go anywhere.
It's just environmentally conscious.
Oh, I need to show him Federico.
Yes. Oh,
Care
did I
about-
tell you that the VA actually want to talk to us? We have to set this
Start
thing up.
cleaning the environment.
Yeah, which is that big machine that's behind me about the
Well,
air
bottom line,
biotics.
I'll leave you with this. The bottom line is you want to have a clean, healthy indoor environment. I can't control what goes on outside my home or business. I can't control what goes on inside through filtration equipment solutions. So there's other things you can do, non-toxic cleaners, agents. That's a whole different discussion. but we want clean-
CWRenviro.com. Dr. Spicer, thank you so much. 800-444-3563. We will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Be kind to each other and be safe.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
The Heart of Delray Gallery, located in the Delray Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Delray Gallery is a cutting-edge, 11,000 square foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074.
Health and Vitamin Concepts can help balance you through an innovative, non-invasive biomeridian assessment that measures the energetic properties of your body and naturally corrects the imbalances. Offering a complete thyroid, hormone, and nutritional profile, Health and Vitamin Concepts identifies the specific vitamins and herbs in the exact amount your body needs. Call for more information, 561-392-8448, or visit online at healthandvitaminconcepts.com. If you're ready to have more energy, better health, and a greater sense of well-being, make an appointment today at Health and Vitamin Concepts in Boca Raton at 7152 Barracassa Way. Call 561-392-8448. That's 561-392-8448.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is